Friends, after the defeat, Sri Lankan fans angrily targeted and attacked Vaibhav and Team India. Yes, friends, if you too are a diehard fan of Team India A and Sri Lanka A, then do like the video. Friends, after Sri Lanka A suffered a humiliating defeat on their own home turf against India A, the Sri Lankan fans expressed their anger and created a massive uproar. Not only did they misbehave with Vaibhav by using abusive language, but they also carried out a painful incident with him outside the stadium that will shake your heart. So why exactly did the Sri Lankan fans brutally beat up Vaibhav? Why did the Sri Lankan fans resort to such cheap behavior? What terrifying incident did they carry out that has caused a massive uproar across the entire cricket world? How did the Sri Lankan fans bring shame to their own country? We will definitely show you the full video of that painful incident. But before that, what do you think? Will Vaibhav Suryavanshi be able to play in the 2027 World Cup or not? Do share your opinion in the comment box below. Friends, today in the final match of the Tri-Nation A series, Vaibhav Suryavanshi unleashed a storm that sent shivers down the spines of the Sri Lankan bowlers. Sri Lanka A captain Sahan Arachage won the toss and elected to bowl first. But his decision proved to be completely wrong. Opening batters Vaibhav Suryavanshi and Priyansh Arya showed aggressive intent right from the start. Vaibhav started raining boundaries and maximums from the very first over. Bowlers like Mohammad Shiraz, Sahan Arachage, and Kugadas Mathulan looked completely helpless against him. With every over, Vaibhav was becoming more and more dangerous. Then came that historic moment when Vaibhav smashed the 5th maximum of his innings to complete his half-century in just 11 balls. Along with this, he surpassed Yuvraj Singh's record for the fastest half-century to create a new world record for the fastest 50 in the history of List A cricket. His storm did not stop even after the half-century. The continuous rain of boundaries kept happening, and in no time, he reached close to 90 runs. The entire Dambula Stadium was waiting for his century, but on the 5th ball of the 9th over, he was caught out while trying to play a big shot. Vaibhav Suryavanshi played an explosive innings of 94 runs in just 29 balls, which included 10 boundaries and 8 towering maximums. He fell just 6 runs short of a century, but his innings was absolutely nothing less than a century. After Vaibhav got out, captain Tilak Varma played a blistering innings of 67 runs. Ruturaj Gaikwad scored 40 runs, and Anukul Roy scored 39 runs off 15 balls. In the designated 50 overs, India A posted a mammoth total of 377 runs, losing 9 wickets. In response, the Sri Lanka A team looked under pressure. Sadira Samaravikrama scored 52 and Wanuja Sahan made 62 runs, but the India A bowlers kept picking up wickets regularly. Yash Thakur and Wipraj Nigam took 3 wickets each, while Anukul Roy snapped up 2 wickets. Ultimately, the entire Sri Lanka A team was bowled out to 311 runs in 47 overs and 1 ball. In this way, India A won the final by 66 runs to clinch the Tri-Nation Series title. The biggest hero of this historic win was Vaibhav Suryavanshi, whose blistering innings of 94 runs off 29 balls will be remembered by cricket fans for years to come. Sri Lanka A lost this match by 66 runs. Seeing Sri Lanka's defeat, everyone became disappointed, but at the same time, the Sri Lanka A fans sitting in the stadium started crying bitterly inside the stadium itself. They became deeply disappointed. Then, the anger of the spectators erupted heavily on Vaibhav Suryavanshi. In fact, after the match ended, when Vaibhav was moving towards the dressing room, during that interval, the Sri Lanka A fans had already started using abusive words. Even on social media, a lot of mockery was being made and slurs were being hurled. Not only this, when Vaibhav Suryavanshi left the stadium to head to the hotel, the angry Sri Lanka A fans were standing in a huge crowd outside the stadium, and the moment they saw Vaibhav, they started chanting slogans and yelling filthy curses against him. They spread hatred against Vaibhav in such a manner that it was impossible for anyone to even listen to it. They had surrounded Vaibhav. It felt as though a major calamity was about to fall on Vaibhav today. Not only this, they vented their anger on several players of Team India A. Suddenly, a protest-like atmosphere developed there. Soon, a physical altercation broke out between both sides. Some die-hard fans of Team India A came forward to protect the players. However, salute to the police force and security personnel who brought the situation under control. They dispersed the crowd from there and safely evacuated the Team India A players, especially Vaibhav, from the spot. Otherwise, some major mishap could have happened today. But the way the Sri Lanka A fans misbehaved and spread hatred, they tarnished the image of their own country and showed that we can no longer tolerate our defeat at all. But friends, now what do you think? Should the Sri Lankan fans have done this or not? Do comment below and let us know. Friends, never think that if a player's age is just 15 years old, the world's most dangerous fast bowlers can scare him with their bouncers. If you have this misconception in your mind that it takes many years of experience to smash a century on the grand stage of cricket, then the history created today will shatter your thinking forever. Friends, in the most terrifying, goosebump-inducing, and blockbuster clash of the Tri-Nation A series, a public slaughter was witnessed today that has robbed the entire world of its sleep. The final match of the Tri-Nation A series was played between Sri Lanka and India A at the Rangiri Cricket Stadium in Dambulla. In this match, 15-year-old Vaibhav Suryavanshi scored 94 runs off just 29 balls to unleash a destruction that has grounded all cricket records into the dust. But the echo of this terrifying destruction was heard loudly not just in India, but in Sri Lanka as well. Sri Lanka's biggest and legendary players like Mahela Jayawardene, Kumar Sangakkara, Sanath Jayasuriya, and Tilakaratne Dilshan are completely shocked and stunned to see this fiery innings from the 15-year-old wonder boy, and how Vaibhav has won the hearts of the entire world. Friends, to understand this entire story, you have to feel that immense pressure that was on the shoulders of this 15-year-old boy today. Friends, today in the final match of the Tri-Nation A series, Vaibhav Suryavanshi unleashed a storm that sent shivers down the spines of the Sri Lankan bowlers. Yes, friends, in the final match today, Sri Lanka A captain Sahan Arachage won the toss and elected to bowl first, but his decision proved to be completely wrong. Stepping onto the field for the opening, Vaibhav Suryavanshi and Priyansh Arya made it clear right from the start that they were in no mood to show mercy to any bowler today. Mohammad Shiraz bowled the first over for Sri Lanka A. Priyansh played the first ball and to the single to give the strike to Vaibhav. What happened after that left the entire Dambulla Stadium astonished. Vaibhav struck a boundary on the second ball. On the third ball, using his feet brilliantly, he hit a maximum, and on the fifth ball, he smashed another boundary. Right from the first over, it became clear that this boy has stepped onto the field today with the intention of breaking a massive record. In the second over, Captain Sahan Arachage came to bowl himself, but he too was welcomed by Vaibhav with a boundary, a magnificent pole shot on the next ball, and a towering maximum over mid-wicket. Concern was clearly visible on the face of the Sri Lankan captain. In the third over, Mohammad Shiraz came to bowl again. This time, Vaibhav hit a boundary on the first ball and a long maximum on the third ball, forcing the entire Dambulla Stadium to dance with joy. On the other end, Priyansh Arya was batting brilliantly, but the entire show belonged to Vaibhav. After this, Kugadas Mathulan came to bowl, against whom Vaibhav seemed to struggle in the previous match. But today, the story had completely changed. Vaibhav smashed 2 consecutive boundaries in his over, one a magnificent cover drive, and the other over point. It felt as if he had come out to settle his scores with every single bowler, and then came that historic moment that shook the world of cricket. Suryavanshi completed his half-century in just 11 balls by hitting the 5th maximum of his innings. The entire Dambulla Stadium echoed with thunderous applause. Sitting in the Indian dressing room, Captain Tilak Varma and Ruturaj Gaikwad also stood up from their seats and started clapping. With this innings, Vaibhav broke Yuvraj Singh's record for scoring the fastest half-century in 12 balls, which had been intact for nearly 20 years. Not only this, he became the fastest batsman to score a half-century in the history of List A cricket. Before this, no batsman in the world could score 50 runs in just 11 balls. He also claimed the record for the fastest 50 for India A and achieved another major milestone by becoming the batsman to complete a half-century with the help of 5 maximums. Even the commentators were astonished as to which planet this 15-year-old batsman had come from. But friends, Vaibhav's storm did not stop here. After completing his half-century, he became even more dangerous. On the ball of Dulaj Samudita, first a maximum, then a boundary, and then another ball was either going over long on or into the mid-wicket stands. The Sri Lankan bowlers were doing nothing but the job of fetching the ball back. On the other end, Priyansh Arya was batting sensibly and continuously giving the strike to Vaibhav. The partnership between both batters was growing rapidly. After just 6 overs and 2 balls, India A's score had reached 99 runs, which included 70